Hey guys, how y'all doing? This is Gibran. This is how far I've gotten so far on this painting I've been working on. I got a few light washes in it, and I put this sculpting media back here, the paste, and then it's dry, and I've kind of built the texture up. And I got these light washes. I'm going to slowly kind of keep building the painting up like this. But today I'm not really going to paint or draw. I'm going to just talk, and I'm going to talk about a little bit more about, you know, my love for Frazetta and how I kind of came across Frazetta. I was born in 1976, and so I was, you know, grew up in the 80s, and in about 83, you know, I was 7 years old, and He-Man was huge at that point in time. If you're a kid, you were getting He-Man toys, and I had a couple Christmases where I got nothing but He-Man and Transformers, I remember. And that was 7, I had a Christmas like that, and 8, I had another Christmas like that. Another thing is, I was raised by my grandparents. I knew my mom, but I was raised by her parents. But I saw my mom all the time. But, get back to the story. At about 9 or 10, right before Christmas, I was just, you know, still kind of doing the He-Man thing as a kid. Was really into that stuff. My mom shows up, and I guess thought, well, he's into He-Man. Let's get him, you know, some art books or something he may be interested in. And she came home with, she brought me these. Might not have been the best thing for a kid my age at the time, you know, but, oh, I fell in love with them right away, you know. And I got this one here, the Frazetta, what is this? The Frazetta book, art book number 1 I got Frazetta art book number 3, and these are the books that I got as a kid, so I still have them. I got this Boris Vallejo book, which you can see the dust cover has seen better days, and it's got paint all over it. And then this Boris Vallejo book here, you know, and I got these 3 books, and or 4 books, and I was just blown away. You know, you hand a kid something like this, and and you know, 1, it's got naked girls in it, and 2, you know, as a child, you know, these were like realism pictures to me. You know, these might as well have been photographs. I was so blown away by all this artwork in here and what was going on. But, you know, I've gotten older. I've constantly just looked at these books. I've never stopped opening these books. You know, there's just always so much to find in how he was doing little things in these books. They're just so amazing. You know. And the same thing with the Vallejo books. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm more of a Frazetta fan than a Boris Vallejo, but I still have love for Boris Vallejo. Definitely. And early Boris Vallejo work looks like a lot like Frazetta work too, by the way, in my opinion. But what was I saying? But yeah, I got these books, and I was really enjoyed these books, and I opened them, and I looked at them, and studied them as much as I could. And then I went to a junior college where I took some art classes. My family wanted me to be a draftsman. They're like, oh, you like drawing, and, you know, why don't you be a draftsman? And it's like, well, that's not the drawing I'm into. And basically, they signed me up, you know, they went up there and they want me to sign up for a bunch of drafting classes, and I ended up signing up for a bunch of art classes instead, and went with it. And I took these books with me. Now, something I'm leaving out is that year that my mother gave me these books, I don't know where she got it, I guess from like a garage sale or something, but she also came home with a black velvet painting of Death Dealer. You know, in the 80s, you could get those paint by number ones, or if you went to, you know, living in Texas, you could go into Mexico, and they would be black velvet paintings of Frazetta work, you know, that you could buy. And my mother either got me one from a garage sale or got me one from Mexico. I'm not really sure where it came from. And I had that thing forever too. But when I moved out to start going to that junior college, I took the books and I left the painting on the wall. And when I came back that summer, my grandmother had given guitars and the painting and a bunch of stuff to a bunch of other of my cousins. She didn't think I wanted any of that stuff. She thought that's why I left it. So I lost a few things. I lost that painting that way. But back to these books. One of the coolest things I thought about these books, and I found this out, you know, later on, like in my 30s, digging through the books, is that these just aren't art books. You know, you see Fire Demon poster number 79. Well, if you come to the front of the book, you could straight order Frazetta's posters right out of this book. Right here. The address, everything. You know, it's cool. You know, full color Frazetta poster, large poster size, reproduction on quality paper of color plates with poster numbers are available from, and it's got Frazetta prints, his little address here. And I just think that is so cool. Not only is it an art book, but you could actually order his posters out of these. And and not that I'm, doing anything right now besides painting and trying to get a collection of work together. The same thing right here on this one. But I think down the road, if I could get a small art book together, years from now, or in a year maybe, I would love to do this. I would love to put an art book together and have a thing where you can order the posters right out of the book. I think that is the coolest thing ever. I never even noticed this. I flipped through this book and flipped through this book, but after a while you just start reading everything in the book because you've already seen a lot of the pictures and read all this. I came in here and started reading all this and realized that that this is a poster catalog along with being his art book. That blew me away. But I just wanted to show y'all some of this and talk a little bit about how I kind of found Frazetta, and that really, and also show y'all this about the being able to order the prints right out of the book. To me, that is cool. That's what I don't know, just the internet, I love it. Don't get me wrong, it's great. It makes things very convenient. But I miss little things like this, little mail order things. I was into metal bands as a kid, listened to a lot of thrash metal, a lot of local stuff, and they would send you mail-in catalogs, or and you could just order shirts and posters and stuff. And a lot of the cool bands, they were like little comic books that you would get, or just like pages of art in these things. And I thought that stuff was so cool. I really, miss the whole snail mail catalogs and stuff like that. I guess, I just grew up in that time where that stuff's dying, and now it's dying out, and I grew up in a time when it was still around. So I really do miss it. Well, that's going to be it for this video. Comment if you got something to say. If you love Frazetta or Boris Vallejo, tell me when the first time y'all met, not met Frank Frazetta's art, or how y'all found Frank Frazetta's art. And y'all have a great day, guys. Later.